stream is fueled by Screamin' Sicilian Holy Pepperoni.
Good.
Good pizza. Like half of the boxes of this pizza that we opened have not as much pepperoni as advertised, but we think it's just there was one batch in the factory or something.
Yeah, something like that anyway.
They're normally like far too expensive a pizza, but when they're on sale, snap them up. If they exist where you live,
or if it's yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Because honestly, I'm not sure if it's a big chain or if it's like a local thing. I haven't actually done the research enough.
Well, Safeway carries them, and Walmart carries them in Northern California, so... If you see a disgusting box of pizza where it's got like a dude's mouth chomping on the pizza, it's actually good pizza. It's just got gross packaging.
Yeah.
I'm literally, by the way, unboxing my box of Red Bull. It's got 4 Red Bulls in them. They all look correct. All the parts are here. Didn't come with instructions, though. Packaging's easy to remove.
What? Don't do an actual unboxing. Shush.
Why else?
Weirdo.
Why did you hand me the whole unopened box of Red Bulls?
Take the time to open it. Oops, I'm clicking. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm confusing everyone right now. Oh god.
Yeah, they're just seeing the Tomodachi scream still, right?
No, we switched over.
Okay.
We switched over, so they should see the stuff for the Switch, like the main menu for it.
Yeah, it's Kind Cool saying, never thought that a game like Tomodachi Life could be this fun. I've heard that if you play it single player with like, I mean it's a single player game, but like without an audience, it's okay.
Yeah, I've heard so.
But it's basically a meme generator, I suppose. It's like apparently like streaming is the best way to play it.
Shoot. It did the thing where it sorry about that.
Any chance of Kirby related stuff coming to the channel? Maybe.
Yeah, eventually.
World
I do
of
like
Light,
Kirby.
sort of.
Well, sure, but that's not what they mean.
If you haven't seen the Kirby 64 LP we did a jillion years ago, that exists.
Yeah, we did do a Kirby LP a while back.
We own Epic Yarn, and I enjoy it greatly. So that's a thing.
I'm thinking what they mean is the newest Kirby game, though.
I mean, we don't have it. We played a demo for it.
Yeah, here.
And I thought it was nice. Hey, Lugeron.
Oops.
Did you just get back from work, or have you been lurking the whole time? He's telling us to play Fantasy Life, which we don't own.
Can I have that one?
Okay.
Sorry, the Pokeball doesn't actually work on the thing, and I handed the thing to the Switch Mote or whatever. I forget
Joy-Con.
what it's called. The Joy-Con. I handed it to Megan early. Clearly.
You've been lurking the whole time. Okay.
Like this.
Welcome.
What is going on with this thing? It's not working.
Huh. Do you need to start with the other Joy-Con too?
No. Here, just hold this. Don't push anything. Okay, that worries me.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Pokeball's not turning on at all.
Oh no. I mean, you were charging it overnight.
Yeah, it's been charged for a while. Unless maybe I charged it wrong or something.
Does the Switch do that? It doesn't do that thing where it has to be on to charge. No. Like the PS3 won't charge its cordless controller unless you plug it in while it's on.
Give me a second to kind of figure out what's up with this. This one has the right control configuration, right? Yeah.
I hope that thing's not busted, because we barely touched it in the meantime.
Yeah.
Inactivity for a month should not have broken the thing. Oh,
okay, well, it works when it's plugged in. Maybe I didn't have it plugged in all the way. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Phew. It's fine.
Okay.
We got a question. Are we doing Hawkman or New first for the next Blaze Blue?
Oh my
Probably
gosh, I'm not sure. Hawkman would be more interesting, I would think.
New is the very end. Like, she's the final boss. It just makes sense to me. But it's also going to depend. Like, Josh is going to have to look at what it takes for each story mode. Because he will just kind of figure it out based on which things are hardest and stuff. Although I imagine, like, playing as the boss characters is a little easier than
Yeah, you'd think it
against
wouldn't
them.
be that difficult anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know why the PS3 controllers don't charge.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
Yeah. Oh. I forgot he was wearing it.
There it is. Now it's working. I was gonna say it's not working again.
I already know in advance that the real life Buster's probably has work today. He said he wouldn't be able to be here, but he's here in spirit always because he's on our hat. Staring at you with his twinkling Coke bottle glasses. Should we, export our... What was in there? Haunter?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we did not switch the Pokemon over inside the Pokeball, which we did last time.
And also, I really didn't, I didn't do anything to it for a while. It was like the Haunter that was in there when I was sick, I wasn't shaking it.
Yeah, we just kind of dropped everything while sick. It was just holidays, gotta work a busy ass Christmas, it's raining, it's cold,
Sorry,
traffic's
Gashly,
terrible.
not Haunter.
Okay, either way. There it goes. Too much
It got an
menu
okay
spam
amount
on
of
this.
experience, but it's not as much as some of the other ones were.
We're being asked for a friend code for Switches. I don't remember it. I still need to make it.
It's on the
Nintendo...
Patreon.
Oh, okay, good. Is it a public post?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't have to be, like donating to get it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's on, it's a poll. But the poll is called, like, Monster Hunter and Friend Code.
Okay. Dream Eater's okay.
Only if you have hypnosis.
Yeah, which we don't. I still need to make a Nintendo account, and then we gotta make one for the Hundera file on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to set up the family plan online. As opposed to it just being Josh. And he already ran through the free trial a bit ago. Because they give you like a free week. And I was like, that's fine. I just keep forgetting to do it. It was your intention to keep a Haunter around, right? Like you just really like Gengar?
I like Gengar and Haunter and Gengar. Sorry. Gengar
And Ghastly.
Yeah.
We've already caught one of these, right? So it's not going to give us the Pokedex stuff?
It might. I don't remember.
No, I think they would give it to us here. We've already got them, though. There was a huge one running around.
Yeah. Well, this one's 6 feet tall.
That sounds correct.
That's a pretty big Haunter, honestly.
He weighs a whole 0.3 pounds. It's massive for a Haunter.
It's actually not that big for a Haunter, even.
Not much happened.
Yeah,
I kind of want to, at some point in the next batch of us training Pokemon, get Stella into the Pokeball, because she was our first catch, and it's just nice to have a Pidgeot around. But we don't have to do that right now. Where were we? I mean, no, I know. We're in the tower right now.
We're in the tower, and we're working our way up to the top.
Yes, we have the scope. Which we got out of the casino base.
Yes.
We've met Giovanni. Jack is following us around, right?
Kind of. We've run into Jack a couple of times, if that's what you mean, but he's not, like, actively following us.
No, wasn't he in the tower with us?
He was in the tower, but he couldn't figure out what to do. So,
Okay.
no, he's not, like, physically around us right now.
I gotta get in.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there I am.
I think we skipped over most of these fights, which we probably shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, but I think that it was because we were at the end of like a 6-hour
Yeah,
session.
yeah, I think that's what it was, though.
Beat me not. Is this how ghosts talk?
Shoot, you know what?
What?
I forgot to go onto Twitch and switch over the game. So
Oh.
you're gonna have to give me just a second. You can do this battle if you would like, and keep people entertained
could.
for a minute.
I've got both controllers. Not that that's hard. That's a total of like 4 buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Cadbury.
Yeah, Cadbury is cute.
Alright. Alright. Psychic does work on ghosts still, correct? Eventually, if I did it like this, I could definitely coordinate it. Like, if you had 2 Pokeballs, you could probably just get used to having them one in each hand.
Yeah, you think so?
But it's fine. Ah, it's vibrating. That surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't surprise you. You
Yeah.
know it is.
Man, immediately after we did the last stream, I did a picture of Cadbury. And the thing I was going for with her as a character was, like, she is like a really wide Hypno by the stats. Like, she's really short and really heavy. So I was like,
Thank you.
she's a Hypno, but she's still
back, by the
drowsy
way.
shaped on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I drew basically just a pear-shaped girl Hypno. And you had mentioned in stream, like, you were pretty sure that they're fluffier if they're female. That's correct.
Yeah, it turns out that, it was
we checked. It's like the neck fluff is longer on a female Hypno. So it's just like she's fluffy, she's got a big butt. It's like in 15 minutes, like 30 notes on that picture for Popkas.
Yeah.
And
I used it as the
you
picture
did.
for the video announcement for what was going on.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so the average Popka's post gets, depending on the Pokemon, anywhere between 15 and 50 notes. 30 is an average for a day. For the pop, because it's a daily blog, and after the first day, things don't gain notes as fast, except when someone comes through who's discovered Popkas for the first time and then like faves a bunch of things. But like in like 15-20 minutes, it jumped up to about the average, and I was like, oh shit, I've cracked the code. People just want fat Hypnos, and then it stopped. And it was like, oh, it was just because it's a new post. All the followers liked it. It's like,
I must have been dreaming.
But, like, I was joking about it with artist friends, and they were like, oh, you got it. You got, like, a whole industry of thick ahead of you. And I'm like, no, this is a pet.
Yeah,
First
please
of all.
no.
Second, it was a very loose sketch. I will probably eventually refine her design.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Okay, so we're going up to the 2nd floor, I think. Oh god, there's the healing sigil.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
No.
And in Pokemon, like in Red and Blue, when you get into the Pokemon Tower, like when you go into Lavender Tower, there's just a big spot on the floor that kind of looks like one of those things that when you step on it, it spins you and throws you in a direction. Like those panels. But it just heals. It's the only one in the game. And it's just like right there in the middle of Ghost Zone.
Like it was in
Join us.
first gen?
Yeah, first gen.
I totally don't remember.
It doesn't look like that though. It's
Yeah.
just a big square on the ground normally.
Well, it's nice that they would put it in there.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
of
like
weirdness
how
in
there's
general.
there's like a lady in Sylph Cove who will let you use a bed, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to trudge back to the Pokemon Center every time. It's nice.
It is.
Especially for someone like me who refuses to use potions.
Yeah. So you were doing Psychic earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits for neutral because Psychic is super effective against poison, but it's not effective at all against Ghost.
Yeah, but
so it hits for neutral damage.
Is
But
it dark? Yeah.
Dark will hit for super effective.
But it's Dark is immune to Psychic, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was
Dark
thinking
the element,
of.
not Dark the Pokemon, though.
Yeah, Dark the Pokemon will still be perfectly effective here.
Yeah.
We just kick this thing's ass. Everyone's hypnotized by Cadbury? Maybe? That's why she's so popular. She's just buying friendship through the power of Psychic.
Through the power of hypnotism.
No, Cadbury's a good girl. She doesn't abduct children or eat brainwaves, except when she has permission.
Yeah. I mean, what was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Oh, I said it when we were talking about it, and you did confirm though that like the fur on Hypnos for the girls is like way fluffier than on male ones. And it's like on males it's supposed to look like a beard, and on females I think it's supposed to look like a feather boa, was what I said. Or like the top of a fur coat.
Yeah, like it's supposed to cover the chest even though there's nothing there to cover?
Yeah. And that's what I said, and you were like, no. And then you looked it up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't remember it, but he was right.
So the purified and protected space.
Cool.
And we're gonna...
Can we summon something from this?
No, it's just supposed to be like a ghost-free zone.
I like that it's got a Pokeball in the middle.
Come, child. Go ahead, what were you saying?
It's the most important symbol in the Pokemon world. Is just a circle line.
Yeah, right. I have purified this space here. You can rest yourself at any moment.
That's cool.
Every time you step on it, it's going to do this, so we kind of got to try and avoid it, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. It'd be easier if the grid was more clear, so then we can just not hit diagonals.
Zombies!
Zombies! A hypnotizing female with a feather boa that abducts children. She's not, though.
She doesn't abduct children.
Cadbury is a perfectly acceptable pet elephant thing.
She's not an elephant either.
She's a tapir.
She's not even really a tapir. They're Hypnos. Okay, so unhypno. Drowsy is a tapir. Hypno is more like a goblin, or like you know. Because it's got the face for it and everything. They've also got big-ass animal ears, and I always forget about that. Like, they're weird cat ears that
I like
Hypno
the
has.
ears because they make them look less like a human, with the, you know, like the weird human hands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them less creepy. I think without ears, they would just look like people.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the case, too, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, you don't want that thing to look like a person, because it gets too creepy.
Yeah, well, I mean, any more goblin in it would probably be kind of creepy, too. I think they might be green when they're shiny. Or, no.
Maybe? They might be.
I think they're a pink shiny, now that I think about it.
I don't remember. Also, the more human you make it, the more it looks like it's some kind of caricature of something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take any detail to that, but you can probably see what I mean.
I mean, potentially.
Which I don't think is ever intentional in Pokemon's fault. It just keeps happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No, it's intentional for Ludicolo, but people like that. Because Ludicolo's fun.
I guess.
Goblins aren't that creepy. They don't have to be. There's many interpretations of goblins that are fun. If you've ever read, and I know they made a movie, I have not seen the movie, but
we found an ice stone.
Oh, okay.
It turns out we didn't have to buy one.
But if there's a series of children's books called the Spiderwick Chronicles, and it's about like fairies and goblins and stuff. Like I said, I've never seen the movie. There's goblins in it that are either good or bad, and there's a good one who's just like a buddy. And he implies that he's basically the Tooth Fairy. I think goblins can be really cute. You basically just take a green human and put bat ears on them, and it's like, I'll be like, yeah, I like that, that's cute. Cadbury has never abducted any children, Kleincool. She's only existed as long as this game. I can verify. She is not. Where would she put them?
She's too short to hide them behind her.
If anything, Cadbury is the abducted children. We like
a little bit
captured her out of the grass. Oh, Fapney's mentioned, you've mentioned this to me before. There's an anime called Goblin Hunter.
No, Goblin Slayer.
Goblin, whichever. But like it's about a guy who hunts them, and it's like you've described
it to me. It's about a guy who slays them.
Like you've described it to me, and I was just like, it's a joke, right?
It's not so good.
Yeah.
Don't.
Like I haven't seen it for myself.
Yeah. Don't go in without knowing that it's going to make you really uncomfortable. And first few episodes are some of the hardest things to get through for people.
Yeah, I haven't seen
in
it.
the last couple of years, so don't push yourself. I hate that they overuse 3D in it too, like the weird CG stuff. It's really.
Is it one of those like CG animes where it's like vaguely cell shaded and everyone's really lifeless looking?
Sort of. So everything else is animated, but the main character is the only thing in CG, and it's permanent.
What the fuck?
It's just
That's
at
weird.
all times. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's an anime where your main character is the Futurama spaceship?
A little bit.
Ugh. That makes me angry. Just to imagine it in my brain, it's like, no, why would you do that? Is it just because he's got a really complicated design?
His design's not even that complicated. I think they just couldn't work it out in their brains, like how it would pose in certain ways, so they just made a 3D model and then used that instead. It's confusing. I'm never 100% sure why it is that people choose to do things like that.
Neither of us are animators.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
I like any interpretation of goblins that's like still kind of cute. They're not goblins, but they basically are in everything but name. But in the Don Bluth movie, A Troll in Central Park, those are cute. Where else are some... I don't know, like, I've drawn cute goblins, but I don't think I can cite that as, like, a thing.
You want to know something really weird? There's no root word for goblin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you and I've looked this up.
Yeah, I think I've shown this, or at least explained this to you in the past, but, like, goblin doesn't have a root word. There's nothing for it. It just spontaneously appears in English dialects at some point in like I think it's like the 16 or 1700s. It just pops up. The closest anybody can tell is that it may share whatever roots it has with the word gobel, which is, I think it's Welsh, but I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. That I think shares its roots with like the word gobble or something.
Like
but goblin,
things?
yeah, but goblin doesn't actually. It just pops up out of nowhere. It's just a super fake word.
How do you feel about moblins?
Moblins? Yeah, moblins are okay. I don't have any problem with moblins.
The ones that you encounter in the forest in Ocarina of Time confused the shit out of me as a kid because I wasn't sure what you were supposed to do at first. Once I figured it out, it was fine, but I took a lot of hits to them before I figured out that you can just kind of hide behind them.
Give me all your money.
Give me all your souls.
She reaches down and pulls out her wares, which is just like a bunch of watches and some other stuff in a briefcase.
Well, she's a Miko, so it would be like talismans.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe then.
Little fancy rope knots with little gold trim.
For those of you who don't know, by the way, Goblin Slayer is literally just D&D 5th edition. That's a thing. You could see it in the manga for Goblin Slayer when you're looking at things like the Adventurers Guild sheets that they have to fill out for it. You can see behind people's shoulders, you can see some of them, and they're literally just 5th edition sheets. I've seen people break down Goblin Slayer and point out what he is in terms of 5th edition, and he's actually a ranger.
Okay. Oh, we got a question about
Oh yeah,
doing a Breath of the Wild LP. We almost did.
Yeah, we were gonna. We recorded, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours worth of an LP for Breath of the Wild, and then realized that somehow we had turned off the sound on the Switch.
I know how we did it.
It's because we plugged something into the top.
Yeah, it was our first time doing Switch recording because we had just gotten it, and it was like, it was my suggestion that, oh, we could plug the headphones directly into the Switch instead of using so the Switch goes through our capture card into the computer, which then feeds into our microphone, which has a headphone jack on. There is a slight delay on all of our sound. And it was like, oh, well, this is a portable system, so it's got a headphone jack in it. When you do that, it disables the sound that would have gone into the capture card. Do you still have the footage? There's footage and audio of us talking and no sound for the game.
I've been holding on to it. It's about 40 gigs worth of footage, I think.
Yeah, we might release that as like a vault thing.
It might happen eventually. So here's the thing. Typically with vault stuff, the main problem that we run into, though, is that if it's broken stuff like that, it's like we either have audio or we have video. In this case, we have both audio and video, but the video doesn't have its audio. So it would be acceptable, but it would also be kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. It might happen eventually, but we will probably do a real Breath of the Wild LP, because we have since beaten the game, or more or less. I haven't done all of the Champions Ballad DLC, but we figured we'd just both go through it on our own in our own files, and then when we do a file for the channel, we'll know exactly what we're doing and be able to give you, like, stories of our experiences.
Potential.
As opposed to many of our LPs are blind runs. So it'll be one of those where it's like we talk about the nostalgia of the series and things that we've experienced in it and stuff, as opposed to just us going is like, what's this? Oh shit, what's this? Oh shit, what's this?
Earthquake. Of course, it's kind of an issue because the game came out almost 2 years ago now.
God, has it been that long?
Well, sorry, not too... Well... I think it did come out December of not last year, but the year before, so yeah.
Why does time pass?
Because if it didn't, we'd be dead.
No, if it didn't, we'd be immortal. Sorry,
it's one
Josh
of those,
is
why do I keep having birthdays? I can't stand it. It's like, well, you should be thankful that you still have them.
Well, if time freezes, we're immortal. It's fine. Even if we're suspended in frozen animation forever, at least we're not dead. I can, like, sit there in my own brain and make up another 100 OCs and make a webcomic that no one will see because it's in my brain.
That was a really bad misspelling.
Where?
Yab J. And they Kleinkohl corrected to, in 2017.
Yeah.
Yab J.
Yeah.
That's fine, though. I understand. I do that all the time, where you hit enter before you even finish typing it out on accident. I do that stuff all the time. I understand. Also, James Mason said there should be more not blind LPs of stuff. Yeah. That actually happens. We've been doing more non-blind LPs of things, and I feel like they've come out okay.
I mean, this is kind of like a half-blind LP because it's...
Well, this is what I mean. It's not technically a blind LP, but we know what we're doing. It's fucking Pokemon. Same with, like, Monster Hunter GU, where it's like, technically that's a blind LP, but it's also not blind. It's a half-blind LP because we've never gone through that particular game, but I've got, like, 11 years of experience with just Monster Hunter.
Speaking of, we recorded some Monster Hunter...
That went up today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Okay. First episode of that one up today.
Yeah, first episode of the second recording session of Monster Hunter GU. So that's back on track. We hadn't been recording stuff in a bit. I kind of want to do more LPs of like games that I know a shitload about, because we've been like, you're the Monster Hunter expert. Both of us know about as much about Pokemon as each other. One of my early plans that we haven't done, but it's always on the table, is I want to force Josh to play Kingdom Hearts.
Which I vaguely know. I've gotten very far in Kingdom Hearts twice, and then on both occasions just forsook my save file and gave up.
Were you bored or were you stuck?
I was bored. I just kind of gave up.
Well, Kingdom Hearts is more fun with a person, I think.
I think the game's supposed to be cursed on YouTube, though. Something fell out.
Ew.
What? Yeah, what the fuck? Was this the one who said, wait, give me all your... and then trailed off, and then she went, something fell out?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
We're also being told play Disgaea, yes, but I'm not 100% sure how we would format that and where we'd find the time, because I will fall down the item world for literally hundreds of hours.
Yeah. My hair didn't fall out. It was a malevolent spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get stuck in Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts, or was it before
Which one's
that?
Hollow Bastion?
It's Beauty and the Beast. No, it's not Beauty and the Beast, but Beast is there. Eventually, Hollow Bastion gets kind of renovated into. It's just where all of the Final Fantasy characters come from.
I don't think so.
I think its good guy name is like Radiant Garden or something.
I think that's it.
There's a lot of places you can potentially get stuck if you're not used to the nonsense that is Kingdom Hearts. Like it's not a hard game most of the time, but it's got a menu system that you have to navigate while moving. So it's
it's not like I got stuck and gave up. It's like I got to a point and said I don't want to deal with this anymore and stopped playing.
Okay.
I just didn't want to.
Kingdom Hearts is way more fun with another person.
There were other things going on that I was more interested in at the time.
I used to sit and play Kingdom Hearts, and my sister would sit next to me because she's 5 years younger than me, and she's notoriously bad at video games because she was 5 years younger than me. So like she would sit and be interested in what was going on, and I would just look at things like, why are there so many bees in this game? We had a whole running gag wherein okay, Kingdom Hearts 2, the first half of the game, your primary enemy is bumblebees, which isn't completely true. I'm exaggerating, but there is a really weird prevalence of bees in that game, and it's funny to me.
Did you see, by the way, that the Chinese version of Kingdom Hearts 3 is already being censored, by the way?
Huh. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the Chinese version has had some trailers and stuff come out alongside the trailers for the other versions, obviously. And they're censoring Winnie the Pooh out of the game. So every picture of Winnie the Pooh and every video of Winnie the Pooh is just, it's exactly the same as it is everywhere else, but there's a white foggy haze that's just erased him out of the picture. So you can see his legs and you can hear him talk kind of, but you can't see him. Because people had been making fun of the Prime Minister of China for looking like Winnie the Pooh for the last few years. That was a running joke, and he really didn't like it, to the point where I guess he had started throwing people in jail for it. And it's like, yeah, no, it's gotten intense, and now they're censoring the game, just Kingdom Hearts 3 in China, because they don't want to have to deal with dealing with that, basically.
That's, first of all, gonna make it worse. Second, what?
It's amazing. I love that he's so angry that people are comparing him to Winnie the Pooh. He's so angry he's willing to governmentally censor something over it. And it's like, oh my god.
On the it's funny, but on the same note, it's kind of scary that China's like that.
Oh yeah, no, China's like that a lot.
But what though?
I don't know.
I don't understand how we got to this timeline. Oh, who am I? I'm Buster. Bite. That makes sense.
Yeah. Somebody says that Alolan Vulpix is such a pretty, what was it? Pretty lady monster fox pet.
I meant to do a whole series of drawings of Alolan Vulpixes dressed as girls from teen movies, and I haven't done it yet, but it's in my brain. Wearing that yellow plaid thing from Clueless, and all the different Heathers, and the pink shirt and the leather skirt from Breakfast Club. Someday. My schedule has cleared up significantly since Christmas ended.
Yeah.
As of this stream, you guys haven't seen it yet, but starting, I think the day after tomorrow, I'm done with the Krita podcast. For those who haven't been following along super close, on Popka's My Daily Pokemon blog, I was teaching myself digital painting in Krita, which is, it's an art program that's free, so it's like, yeah, I should learn it. And these Popkas were taking me an hour or more each because it was like, oh, well, I want to learn how to do this kind of thing. I'm going to do textures like this. I need to practice this stuff. And it's great learning experience, but oh my god, this was a daily blog and I got other art to do. That's done. And what I'm doing next is not 3rd gen. I've talked about it, I think even on stream I've talked about it.
We talked about
Smash
it.
Ultimate has a very tidy list with numbers of all of its fighters in order from, like, introduction. So I'm using that. And I'm doing them in the simple Popka style. Not super scribbly, like, oh, I don't care sort of style, but like just kind of like the way the Popka special stuff has been looking lately, and it's so much faster. So the queue is up to a point where I don't have to focus on it, and it's cleared up a lot of time so I can do a bunch more nonsense on the side. And that's important because for a while I wasn't doing enough nonsense. It's important for me as a person to do drawings that are meaningless. Like, drawings of Pokemon dressed as human girls is like, yeah, I need to do that. I did not give them dumb names, but I give everything dumb names casually in general. And yes, I'm gonna do the DLC characters. We don't know, like, any of them yet except for the first 2, so...
Yeah, well, Piranha Plant is technically a DLC character, and we know him, and we know Joker, too.
Yeah, but, like, they'll be done. So long as it's a series that I'm well familiar with and uses a handy numbered list and has clear reference pictures for each of its things, it's like, yeah, I'll do that. Oh.
Ooh.
Be gone.
No, you be gone.
This is the girl ghost, so I'll do the voice.
Alright.
Be gone, intruders.
No, you be gone. You're an intruder.
It's like a haunter, but not.
Gah, that one's even bigger than the last one. Josh, use the thing you used last time. Take out your self-scope and use it.
Dude. What is that third thingy?
I don't know. It's to represent the
It's
third
the Flash.
eye.
I mean, that's probably
how you
it.
see it.
Aw. Baby.
It looks away, it's like, oh god.
That's a great close-up of that textured eye.
Yeah.
Aw. Do we not have to fight it?
I guess not.
Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, my mom.
I normally get a little teary at dead moms. That's an animal, though, so it's not as bad.
I guess. The true form of the ghost was the restless spirit of Cubone's mother. The mother's spirit was calmed, returning to its kind and gentle nature. It departed to the... Oh, wait, I think this is just the narrator.
Yeah.
It departed to the afterlife and disappeared. Cubone, you just came here because you wanted to see your mom again, huh? Cool. Sorry for thinking your mom was scary, Cubone.
Secretly, your mom was hot. It's
She
cool,
was a skeleton ghost. It's allowed to say she was scary. Like, I mean, you're allowed to say it. You know? Josh, I don't want to leave Cubone alone like this. I'm gonna go take it home. Oh, if there's someone named Fuji upstairs, do you think you could see him home too? Yeah. You sure you're okay by yourself, or I've got this?
I mean, I do like condescending to Jack because he's a baby.
Let's be condescending to Jack. Hold on.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 4 has so many ghosts in it.
It does. There are tons of ghosts.
Some of them aren't even useful ghosts. like, okay, so I just did one of them. It's like the recent post of Popka's. It's like this little girl, and it's like she does nothing except die at one point, and then it turns out she's a ghost. And it's like in a flashback later, you find out that like that's the main villain's kid, and it's not brought up except in like that flashback. And then right at the very end, it's like, why did you introduce these characters to do nothing?
I'll be fine. I'm with Cubone now after all. You've gotten pretty gutsy, haven't you, Josh? What? You rescued Cubone from Team Rocket? When did you go and get that strong?
While you were sitting around being a baby?
Colonel. I do such a bad Snake sometimes.
It's okay.
Right, well then. I guess I'll leave this up to you. Come on, Cubone.
We fully intended to do a Metal Gear
never did.
LP.
Yeah, we never did, but we did intend to do one.
One of the things that Josh has been considering is that we might do more of our LPs as streams because it's a more casual environment, so it's a little easier for him to edit.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the whole stream LP thing. I understand that it would be kind of a pain in the ass for other people, though. Mm-hmm. I get that, and I don't want to inconvenience other people if I can help it. Oh yeah, so there's Mr. Fuji.
Was he always bald?
Yeah, he's always been bald.
Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Stop right there. We'll be going first.
With that specter out of the way, we can finally get to the top.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You're the old geezer they call Mr. Fuji, right? You're going to be repeating your Pokemon research for the glory of Team Rocket.
Didn't he do it originally for Team Rocket, though?
Repeating? Like, but you already researched it. Don't you know this stuff?
I don't know. Ignore us all you like. We're used to it. We won't take no for an answer. You'll help the boss whether you want to or not. I didn't quite get that, James, right there at the end, but that's fine.
Which graves get the designation of being at the top of the tower?
Are
these all the presidents?
Apparently.
Are these all the president Pokemon?
No, these are just all of the Ninetales graves.
Okay, sure. Gramps here thinks he can resist, so we're setting him straight.
Pardon. You'd better disappear, Twerp, or be prepared to fight. Oh, he had a rose. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's been doing that. You gotta. It's classic.
You're challenged by Team Rocket.
Meowth didn't do anything this time.
No, he hasn't done anything at all. Oh, their Pokemon finally evolved.
Like he'll wiggle around and
They
stuff.
finally evolved. They were an Ekans
nice.
and a Coughing up until this point.
Okay.
Now I can finally use... Wait, that's a bad move, isn't it? Oh,
I don't know.
Because it's fairy.
Oh, it's fairy type.
Yeah, which isn't a good idea. Ice would be fine, though. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope his wheezing doesn't immediately explode. I wholly and completely expect it to happen. Oh, wait, because it's a double battle.
Oh,
it's a natural double.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing it.
Yeah. So I'm doing both.
Yeah, my controller wasn't responding for a reason.
That's fine. We'll make it work. I know we can evolve the Vulpix now. I've actually been waiting off because I can't remember what moves it learns as a Vulpix versus a Ninetales, yeah. And she just fainted, I'm aware.
Bye, Heather.
Wheezing, use Sludge Bomb. Well, we can't rename her, but yeah, that's Heather in spirit. Let's go with Fapnese.
Yeah, I can't remember fairy typing ever. It's too new. My old person brain doesn't connect to it.
Alolan Vulpix / Ninetales is fairy type, which means I should have moved them out to begin with. And they're,
I didn't even
Poison
realize.
is super effective against it, and then there's a handful of other things here and there going on. Oh, that's not right. Oh, damn it. The Pokeball's so hard to control sometimes. I love the idea, but having all of the buttons removed so that you just have the ability to click down on the center one is like, it's genius, but in practice it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it shifts around in your hand.
It does. It shifts around a lot in your hand. Okay, that should work. So he's just going to
sure I've
slide
asked,
into the ground.
does Weezing have levitate?
Weezing does not have levitate.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Hope
Pretty
so.
sure Weezing has, what does Weezing actually have?
I don't know.
I don't think it's levitate. Not actually sure.
It might be a possible thing for it to have.
I don't
It might have
think
two
so.
things.
I always think of it as being an explosion Pokemon, so I always think of it as having, like, something related to that. Oh, clearly it's not levitate.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
But I don't think it actually does have anything related to explosion.
That's an odd graphic for Iron Tail.
That's fine.
It's literally an Iron Tail, but it's like, takes the whole screen.
You know.
Oh no, Fapney's.
It's okay. Fapney's is fine, so long as he can still move.
Well,
And he doesn't get, stopped.
It's okay to be paralyzed so long as you can move.
Yeah, exactly. Look, you say that as though that's not a real answer to this conundrum.
Yeah, I know. It's weird that they called it paralysis.
Yeah, it
when
probably
they
shouldn't have been that.
First of all, that's a pretty big word for a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Second, like, you could have just called it stun.
Yeah.
Because it's
yeah,
temporary.
Buster
Aw.
toughed it out so we wouldn't feel bad. He's in a pinch and he's gonna cry.
Buster makes us feel good.
Yeah. Okay, now Fabney's, you don't have to move, just slide through the ground, please. Ah, Buster. Sometimes, if your affection with your Pokemon is high enough like that, they will stop being poisoned so that you won't be worried. Like they'll just completely do away with certain status ailments.
Oh.
How broken is that?
It is. They turned that off for like competition, right? Or is that even a thing they're able to do?
I think when it's trainer versus trainer in like an online battle, it just automatically doesn't activate. Also, somebody pointed out something good in the comments of part of the stream. I think it was the last episode that came up. I chose Scald over Waterfall for Gyarados. That is actually a stupid idea. Why did I do that? Scald is a special water type attack, and Gyarados is a physical fighter.
Dang.
Waterfall is his physical water move.
Whoops.
Scald is super good on like every water Pokemon ever because it also has the chance to burn, which is incredibly useful. But in Gyarados' case, its stats are aligned very much in a way that Scald is not going to do nearly enough damage anymore.
We're being told to put in Dark, by the way. Which would work. Also Cadbury. Does Cadbury still have enough P?
Enough P?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably. I switched Cadbury and Dark out because they were really high level compared to everybody else.
Yeah, now you're like struggling.
Yeah, well, I'm not struggling. I'm just, I don't know. It's a lot of paralysis and a lot of poison, that's all.
Yeah. So long as this hits.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there
it'll
we go.
kill. We'll switch Dark back into things, though.
Yeah. Well, after this, we won't be here, so we might want to shuffle our team around in general.
You know what, that's true, yeah.
Because we won't be up against just ghosts.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You'll regret this.
I forgot he's such an intense
Yeah,
face here.
he's so intense when he loses.
Well, I mean, he's full of drama. They both are.
Yeah.
Seriously? Again?
Looks like Operation Stealthily Kidnap Fuji is a bust, then.
Don't you think I know that? It'll be fine. We just have to help out with the takeover of Silphco in Saffron City.
Looks like Team
Team
Rocket's blasting off again. There we go.
Bing.
They just walked away, though. And Fuji hasn't done it. He's just sitting there.
Yeah, he just figured he could ignore them.
There we go. Busters looks completely exasperated.
It's okay, buddy.
Partner play. Just pet that Diglett until the mech suit gets happy.
Getting complimented on our Team Rocket voices.
Well, thank you. I don't think I'm very good at it.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
it's
always
not
fuck
the
up James. I'll start out and I have James down pat, and then I fuck it up as time goes on.
The inflections aren't perfect for each of us, but we've got the general idea. I think. But it's not like we do those all the time.
No, yeah. Alright, let's talk to this man.
Give us the codes to the Mewtwo, old man.
Oh, and who might you be? You came to save me from Team Rocket.
We're still dressed like a rocket.
Thanks, but I didn't even notice they were here. I was too busy trying to calm the spirit of Marowak.
How did you not notice?
I think Marowak's spirit has finally left us. It left a while ago, bud. You've been, like,
he didn't
mumbling to yourself over nothing.
He doesn't notice much. I mean,
he
he's
didn't
an
even
old
do
guy.
it. We did it in this version. Like,
yeah,
I have to thank you for your kind concern.
He was probably asleep.
Follow me to my home. It's the Pokemon house at the foot of the tower. Welcome. Do you like my paintings? I made them myself.
Those are pretty good.
No, it's because he's got like 8 children in this home too. I don't know what's up with that.
Cubone.
I think he runs it's not quite an adoption agency, but kids hang out in his house all the time. I know he adopts Pokemon is his big thing. It becomes obvious why later on in the game, but it's like Mr. Fuji seems like such a nice person here.
Yeah.
So, Josh, your Pokédex quest is one that requires strong dedication. Without deep love for Pokemon, it'll be hard to complete such a task. I'm not sure if it'll help you, but I'd like you to have it. Here's a flute.
We're catching us as Snorlax.
Turns out he's just like an elf or something in disguise. Put the flute in your bag. Upon hearing the Poké-Flute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. Try using it if you ever find a sleeping Pokemon. You can also use it in battle to wake up sleeping Pokemon.
Now, realistically, though, you'd think that a musical instrument you use to wake up a Pokemon would just be an incredibly shrill whistle. Like a dog whistle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so warm. Pokemon are so cuddly and nice to hug. Psyduck.
Dark Guac. Mr. Fuji went to try and bring some peace to the ghost of Marowak. He's back, though. Are you blind?
Being mentioned in chat, like, originally his motive in the tower was to yell at Team Rocket. And it's like, I think that's true. But now he just doesn't give a shit.
You could win the grand prize drawing given out by the Pokemon fan magazine. The application form is gone. It's already been clipped out.
I sent in like 1 million postcards to get that hat.
I like these paintings, actually. They're okay.
It's a Fisher, by the way. Like, he's got the hat and stuff.
Or it's red. I'm not sure which.
One or the other. Yeah.
On the back of Lapras, that would just be Gen 1 surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're done with Lavender Town, then.
Let's go catch a Josh.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Jeez.
Because
rude.
I love him so much. He's so cuddly.
Fucking rude.
Really? I'm
no,
sorry.
No, I'm just... It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm fucking around.
They call him a bear all the time.
I know. Snorlax is a bear, by the way. A lot of people got that confused for some weird reason.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got cat ears, I guess.
Forgetful old man lives on Route 12, or so I hear.
Like, he's got cat ears, and he sleeps a lot, so he could easily just be Garfield.
Are resting in the Pokemon Tower. You could have this TM. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Roost. It would have helped your Pokemon, possibly, because that's a healing move.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like rest, but without the sleep. It doesn't put you to sleep,
it also takes away your flying typing when you use it.
Oh.
It's a confusing part of Roost. It was put in there to be kind of like interesting, but nobody ever remembers.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're susceptible to ground type hits, but also you no longer have a flying type at all. So if you get hit by electric type attacks on the same turn that you use Roost, you don't take extra damage.
How long does that last?
1 turn.
Oh, okay.
It's the 1 turn that you use Roost.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting, yeah.
It's the Pokemon Tower. Oh.
It's being mentioned Alolan Vulpix doesn't learn any more moves.
Oh, does it not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eh.
There's a man fishing. Okay, then we'll just evolve that thing now.
Yeah.
Oh, we probably should have gone to the Pokemon Center, though. Because I'm pretty sure we're all dead.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
I mean, I was a little enthusiastic to use that Pokeflute.
Yeah, we'll go back. I was a little too enthusiastic to do it, too. Let's see. You know what? We'll just use it now. Who cares? Oh, come on. I have a strong suspicion they're not gonna... Oh, shit! I kicked over the...
The pepper's cursed.
I have a strong suspicion we're also not going to be able to use it in battle anymore. It's going to be a thing that they're not going to let us do. Which is really annoying, yeah, because that used to be a fun little tidbit that not everybody realized about, like, early gen Pokemon is, like, if the Pokeflute is in a pocket where you can use it, you can still totally use it at any time.
Yeah.
You can play it in battle even when your Pokemon aren't asleep, and you just play the Pokeflute for no reason.
Yeah, and, like, there's no reason not to. It's clearly stated this will wake your Pokemon up, so why can't you wake your Pokemon up? Do you remember in Gen 2 where they gave you a Pokeflute radio station?
Yes, that was so weird, but I liked it.
It was just you're listening to Wake the Fuck Up radio on
right?
98, the flute.
98, the flute. No, I think it just permanently played it. I don't think they ever had any talking over it.
Yeah, no. Which is weirder. It's just constantly droning on. I guess it serves a public service, though, so that things can wake up.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just permanently flowing. You know what's really nice about Alolan Ninetales?
What?
If you take this model and any of the other stuff for this model that are in all of the other Pokemon games, if you tear those out and you put them into any other 3D anything for like viewing models and animations, you can see some of the other animations that Alolan Ninetales had. And it's like some of them are absolutely amazing. This thing's walking animation, great. It's amazing.
Well,
Never using it.
We're gonna see it, right?
Yeah, potentially, but like people don't. Not everybody realizes this, but Sun and Moon had walking animations for every single Pokemon built into the game. There was no way to get any of them to activate, like almost none of them.
Maybe
entirely throughout the game.
Recycled them for this, so we'll see it.
Yeah, potentially.
Ninetales, the fox Pokemon. It lives on mountains perpetually covered in snow and is revered as a deity incarnate. It appears draped in a blizzard. I haven't done robot voice in a while.
Kind of draped in a blizzard a little bit.
Her noodle hair looks weird from the side.
A little bit. Oh, hold on. Trying to shake this thing and my finger's not in the proper position. Okay, so I wanted to see what the actual moves on this were. So there's jumping forward and biting. And then swishing your head. And then the other one is just that. Apparently.
Just activating your key.
It's something like that, yeah. Oh, it's got a third one.
Bark.
Bark.
Large, graceful bork.
I'm gonna leave it on the borking.
Yeah, okay.
Because, bork.
So we're gonna put her up in front so we can see her walking animation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming that she isn't still dead. She might still be dead.
She is.
Yeah, she's still dead, so we can't see the animation. I don't think Pokemon will walk with you if they're dead.
Well, let's just go. Where am I?
You disappeared at some point.
Oh, whatever. I don't need to be on screen right now.
Bork, 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 bork.
Oh, I need to add a
Are we
bork.
just a bunch of borkers now? Like, is that just our thing?
Yes.
Just a pack of dogs borking.
I am so happy that the Hundogga mode is already
heck.
getting this much use.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If we raid someone, just spam borks at them. Like, if that happens at the end of this, because I don't know if we're going to do that today. I don't know if anybody's going to be, like, raidable that I know who's on. But if that happens, I want you guys just to spam borking dogs at them.
I will participate. I usually, after our streams, just kind of turn off the tablet. But, like, if you send us all into a thing, I will bork. I need to contribute.
Yeah. I love that all of our Pokemon are getting bigger, but Eevee's staying exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna.
It's like the one that... Because we had the Alolan Vulpix for a little bit at least, and it was like, oh, it's fine. Oh, wait, are we gonna have to go outside for the Vulpix, or...
I think you just need to set it.
Yeah, it might not be set. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you just don't have Pokemon. Okay. Then I will set it. You got a Pokeball. Ninetales will travel alongside. Yay! There it is.
Why don't I have a Poke?
Because the Vulpix is... I mean, the Ninetales is at the front of our party, so it's assuming then that your Pokemon would be Buster, but Buster is on my head.
Okay, just put someone out. That's a rideable.
Yeah, that's a rideable, so that's not going to work.
So is
Gyarados is also a rideable. Dark is also a rideable. Cadbury is the only non-rideable we have right now. Outside of, like, Buster, and Buster apparently is not going to follow you.
There we go.
3 Pokemon, and a trainer and a ghost.
I want to be the best there ever was, to beat all the rest. Yeah, that's my call.